Next topic is the Rutherford nuclear model. And in this Rutherford nuclear model of an atom, it is based on the drawbacks of the J.J. Thomson atomic model. And there is Rutherford is a scientist. He has done the several experiments based on the alpha rays, and he has carried out certain alpha ray scattering experiments. From that, he has made some observations, and from that observations, he has given the some of the conclusions as the postulates for the Rutherford model of an atom. Right here, Rutherford nuclear model is it is purely based on the alpha ray scattering experiment. What is mean by a alpha ray scattering experiment? In this alpha ray scattering experiment, this is a experimental setup is there. Here source for the alpha particles. This source is always will take it as a radioactive element. Radioactive element can be taken as a source for the radioactive element is taken as a source for the alpha particles, and from the source of alpha particles a beam of alpha particles is coming through a narrow hole, and this narrow hole actually here some lead plate is placed that lead plate containing the through a narrow hole. Through that narrow hole this particularly a beam of alpha particles are coming, and here we'll take that there is a gold foil. A gold foil is placed here. This gold foil is taken as a atom, right? So this gold foil, whatever the alpha particles are there, these alpha particles will strike on that particular gold foil, right? So alpha ray scattering experiment setup is this one, and it contains that there is a source. So this source is generally we will take it as a radioactive element, and this radioactive element it can act as a source for the alpha particles. A beam of alpha particles which are coming through a narrow hole, and here narrow hole which can be lead plate. Through that lead plate a beam of alpha particles are coming, and we will consider that gold foil is taken as an atom U, and you can arrange this beam of alpha particles to strike on this particular gold foil, and here you can some zinc sulfide screen is placed around this gold foil, right? This is a simple experimental setup. Observations made by Rutherford during this alpha ray scattering experiment. The first observation is that most of the alpha particles striking on the gold foil are directly passing the gold foil without any deflection or a deviation, right? So most of alpha particles are directly passing the gold foil without any deflection or the deviation. And the second one is some of the alpha particles which are coming closer to the center of this particular gold foil are changing their path or deflecting by making an angle with this particular gold foil, and it can changing their path, right? Here one alpha particle which is going like this, here you take that another alpha particle, here also some of the alpha particles. So the alpha particles, some of the alpha particles which are coming closer to the center of the gold foil are deflecting their path, are deviating their path by striking the gold foil, a thin gold foil, by making an angle with it, right? So that is the second important observation he has made. And the third one is there is very few of alpha particles, that means so 1 out of 20,000 alpha particle, and a very few of alpha particle, 1 out of 20,000 alpha particle which is directly striking on this particular center of this gold foil and coming back with an angle of 180 degrees, right? So Rutherford carried out this alpha ray scattering experiment, and during that experiment he has made these three important observations. Most of the alpha particles are directly passing the gold foil without any deflection. Some of the alpha particles are deviating their path and which are going to be striking on that particular gold foil, this particular zinc sulfide screen, and whenever they are striking on the zinc sulfide screen, we will find that one kind of flashes are going to be occurred on the zinc sulfide screen. A very few of alpha particles, 1 out of 20,000 is coming back with an angle of 180 degrees. These are the three important observations was made by the Rutherford. And the next one is postulates of this particular Rutherford model of an atom. Postulates. So most of the atom inside space is a empty space is there, because most of the alpha particles are directly passing the gold foil without any deflection or deviation, so that most of the alpha particles are directly passing the gold foil. That's the reason and Rutherford is given that most of the atom inside the space is a empty space is there. Inside space is a empty space is there. And based on this second observation and third observation, some of the alpha particles which are coming at this closer to the center of the gold foil, and 1 out of 20,000 alpha particle which is striking on the gold foil is deflecting their path, right? So from these observations, Rutherford is given that a large number of positively charged particles are located at the center of this gold foil. Large number of positively charged particles are located at the center of the gold foil. This particular center of the gold foil, which is consisting of positively charged particle, is named as that particular part as a nucleus, right? So nucleus is discovered by the Rutherford based on the alpha ray scattering experiment. Alright, the mass of the nucleus, the volume of the nucleus is very small, and 10 power minus 15 meter range it will be there. So whereas when we are comparing the mass of the nucleus is with the mass of the atom, which is very small, and that's the reason I can write mass of the nucleus is very small as compared to the mass of the atom, right? So this another important one is the electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a circular path. Here this nucleus is completely made up of it's a positively charged particles, that means protons, and here this nucleus is surrounded with certain circular paths. These circular paths are called as orbits or shells. So and here electrons are continuously revolving around the nucleus, and in such a way that how the planets are revolving around the sun, in the same way these electrons are continuously revolving around the nucleus, and it is compared with the nuclear planetary model. That's the reason it is also called as there is a planetary model of an atom, or a nuclear planetary model of an atom. It is also called as a planetary model of an atom, right? Whenever the electron is revolving in the continuous circular orbit, it is having with a certain mass and a velocity. So that definitely this particular electron, whenever it is revolving around the nucleus, and definitely it is having that mainly two types of forces. One is the centrifugal force is the one which is acting outwards the nucleus, whereas in between the nucleus and electrons there is some Coulombic force of attraction is there. This Coulombic force of attraction is called as it's a centripetal force, right? Here we have a centrifugal force is a one, and other one is a centripetal force is another one. This centripetal force is the force of attraction, the Coulombic force of attraction between the electrons and the nucleus, whereas the centrifugal force is the electron is continuously revolving in the circular orbit, so that it definitely have certain mass and velocity, so that which is acting outward, and such a force is called as a centrifugal force. This is a first important drawbacks of Rutherford model of an atom, or Rutherford nuclear model. The first important drawback is whenever the electron is continuously revolving in the circular orbit, according to the electromagnetic wave theory, if the charged particle is accelerated and continuously revolving, definitely it has to lose a certain amount of energy, and this charged particle continuously losing its energy, after certain period of time it has to fall onto the nucleus. The electron is one of the negatively charged particle, so that which is in according to electromagnetic wave theory, which is continuously revolving in the circular orbit. After certain period of time, electron loses its total energy, then it will fall onto the nucleus, so that atom is collapsed. right? So that is a major drawback of this Rutherford model of an atom. And other one is here he could not explain the spectrum of a particular hydrogen, he could not explain the atomic spectrum of the hydrogen. And another drawback is he could not explain the stability of atom. Stability of atom also he could not explain. Could not explain the atomic spectrum of hydrogen, and the stability of atom. And other one is this is electron continuously revolving, right? So these are the